group of young recovering addicts is sharing their stories on stage and across the state. The goal? To encourage kids to stay away from drugs and alcohol. But as Elise Brown shows us, it's also benefiting the performers.
Without further ado, Drug Story Theater presents The Price You Pay.
Everyone else is.
This play about addiction is real life for these 6 young performers.
I had a great life and then addiction tore it apart.
I had this one friend one time bug me so bad to just smoke weed, and she ended up doing coke the same night.
They're practicing for an upcoming live show of Drug Story Theater. It's a play that depicts the performers' real-life battle with substance abuse.
At first it was just to fit in.
We got rehearsal next week.
Psychiatrist Joseph Schrand is the founder.
I'm Joe.
Once known as Joe from the WGBH TV show Zoom, he realized acting could be therapeutic for the young people he now helps counsel.
The idea was this: how do we remind kids of their value? Adolescents want 3 things. They want to feel pleasure, take risks, and be social. That, unfortunately, is a setup for addiction. But it's also what theater is all about.
A healthier way to find a high.
The feeling that you get from the kids clapping, that's like the most intense feeling ever.
Some of these kids started using before their 13th birthday.
I was curious. I've always been a very curious person.
They've done everything from acid to cough medicine and synthetic marijuana. But opening up in front of middle and high school students is key to their recovery.
Getting up on stage, that's a good feeling. And if I'm using, I'm not going to be able to do Drug Story Theater.
Let's start with Rose and Thorns. Heather, you want to start?
It's not just about the show. They've become a family.
I think without Drug Story Theater, I would just feel completely alone. I'd probably still be using heavily and just giving it all away.
Something that can have deadly consequences.
My best friend just died. Drugs are just not something to play around with.
A message the performers hope school-age audiences will hear.
Good peer pressure is seriously a really helpful tool.
I'm Jared.
I'm Shayna.
I'm Melvin.
I'm Heather.
In Brockton, Elise Brown, WGBH News.
Since its inception, Drug Story Theater has been performed in front of more than 20,000 students across the state.